This is the new color on a 2026 Ford F450 Platinum Plus. And to the best of my knowledge, this truck is available here at Garff Ford in West Valley, Utah. Be sure to ask for Ken. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker because this truck has, I think, every single option on it. At the very top is a description. And then this is the Argon blue metallic with a smoked truffle interior. And then here's a short listing of the standard equipment. Now you guys see here, Argon is $395. High output is $3,500. Fifth wheel hitch kit, $1,745. All weather floor mats. Platinum Plus did go up by $500 from last year. FX4 did go up a little bit in price. Rapid heat, engine block heater, liners. Security code is back, which is a big deal for some people. Now base price is $95,335. Destination comes in at $21,995 for a total price of $112,185. This truck got here, I'm not even joking, 25 minutes ago. And as they pulled it off the truck, I literally grabbed the keys for it because I had to show Argon blue with a 450. So antimatter is no longer, and this basically replaces that. Now my favorite blue, do you guys remember blue jeans? That was probably one of my favorite blues that Ford had. And I think Velocity blue is another popular color that Ford had on the Super Duty. And this one I think is killer for sure. Now I would like to see this with a blackout for sure, but with the satin finish, it does look pretty good. I think the only thing I would do different is the mirror caps would go black, and I would probably do something with the Ford badge on the front end for sure. But Platinum pretty much gives you the projector headlights. Oh, hold on. Before we go down the line of all the nice features this truck has, how much did the price go up for 2026 for F450? Ready for this? $1,300. Not including the upcharge for some of the options either. That's just for the base price. And I believe that is with destination charge too. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Projector headlights, adaptive front headlights too. There's no incandescent or halogen bulbs on the front of this truck whatsoever. And you guys see here, you get the satin trimming around the fog lights, front parking sensors. This blue, you can see some of that metallic flake. It's really nice. Here's that camera right there. They do stamp Super Duty. And the sun's a little bit better on this side. What do you guys think? And then here's why you buy a 450. You get that wider front track. Look how beefy this stuff is. Full-wheel drive obviously. And then this truck does have the liner. And here are the tires. These are the Continentals, 225, 70, 19 and a half. And they have big capacity right here. 3,970 pounds for single, 3,750 for dual, 110 PSI code. G rated, 3-peak rated. 19 and a half inch wheels. I did a video, or I did like a short on a truck that had, I think it was a 295/65, and it had some Alcoas. It looked really good. Powder pulver running boards. I like this color, guys. I think it really does make this truck look so much cooler. I mean, it's already a cool truck, but man, this Argon, it finishes it for sure. I think I would buy this truck if I needed a 450. It is that nice. Let's go ahead and turn on these lights too real quickly. So what you want to do is, let's go ahead and put it in accessory mode. If you click these two buttons, it turns them on for both sides. And there it is. You kind of can't see it on, but it's on. There you go. So yeah, that's how you turn those on. Here's some of your badging. And then the other side of that suspension. Look how big the brakes are on the front too. Those are huge. And you get the 10 lug, so bigger brakes, 10 lug is what you get with the 450, the wide front track. Hence why you got the larger fender flares on that front end. I wish that Ford would just make all the trim pieces to match. I just think that if they did the satin for everything, man, that would go the extra mile for sure. Now this truck does have the FX4 package, so you get that skid plate here for that 48-gallon fuel tank. You also get a skid plate for the transfer case and downhill assist. And for 2026, they're still putting the steels in the inner side. And those are the wheels. Nice design. And then there's that liner out back too. I did a video on a F450 that was used for hot shot, and I always thought that that paint would get torn up, but nope. After 90,000 miles on the 2023, it looked pretty much like that. You can't see that fifth wheel prep package right there. Clearance lights. And you guys see that leaf pack too, right? You have 4 leaves and that main and then that overload. You can see the steps right there. And as I mentioned, 48-gallon fuel tank, 7.4 DEF. Love the dually side. And one thing that's nice, and most people know this by now, but you can repair just the side if you do damage it versus having to replace the whole bed. Because you guys know this is aluminum, right? When you get Platinum Plus, they do give you the more upgraded applique finished in satin. You also see the clearance lights right there. Also LED lights for your license plate. Class 5 hitch, and this does have a 3-inch opening too. And you have that 430 rear. That's going to be an upgraded diff cover too with some cooling elements. There's that spare tire. You guys can see it. I can't. It looks like a Steely. Large brakes out back. And then you have the full LED tail lights, parking sensors. I'm in the flight path, unfortunately. But if you want to drop this down, this is power. I don't normally show this to you, but you have this step that they've been doing for so long. They did actually lower it down more back in 2023. And inside the bed, there's your 35K fifth wheel hitch. For $1,700, guys, I think that might be a good deal. I've been seeing these fifth wheel hitches cost about $2 grand for that same rating. So it's already installed for you. 2 kilowatts of power. You also have your 7-pin and 12-way plug. And I have to put a quick plug in for the video. Juggernaut. They do have these tie-down ratchet straps that you can put in the location of the tie-downs. And it looks like an OEM setup. And I think that if you're someone that utilizes your bed and you want a better solution, this might be a better product to have. And it looks like it came from the factory. That's what I like about it. I have it in my GMC, and I strongly recommend that. Now you guys see at the very top there, you have that camera for the bed view. And this is pretty easy to put up. It's kind of hard to do with a camera in your hand, but let's see if I can do it. They give you a 1 and a 2. And then the last thing, obviously, is just pushing this in, and that's it. But yeah, this color is definitely a winner for sure. Now, I know that people will point things out in the comment section, but you guys see the hood is not painted the same color on the inside. I personally don't mind that. You know, I don't know, maybe I should, but that doesn't bother me. I know someone had mentioned that in a video, and I'm like, well, as long as they did a good job painting the truck, I could care less about under the hood. And obviously this is all gonna get dirty anyways, right? One last thing that I should point out, on my GMC, they have like the red coolant this truck has green. I would like to do some research on that to see the difference between the coolant systems on these trucks. But high output power stroke, 500 horsepower, 1200 pound-feet of torque. If you get the Platinum Plus, you get this engine. 10-speed, 10R140 behind it. You have lower compression compared to the standard output. And you have aluminum heads. Also, your block is going to be compacted graphite iron. They do cool the turbocharger housing. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. I figured I'll show you the back in the sun. So this is the truffle interior. What do you guys think on the Argon? You like that combination? I think it looks pretty good. Argon with the smoked truffle, not bad. Now you do get the diamond stitch leather on the door here. Believe it or not, the F-150s don't get that. You guys see here, you have that wood trimming. You can feel how porous it is. 3 seat memory settings. Power mirrors, so you have power tow mode and power folding. Power, obviously for the windows, but automatic up and down for the front, not the rears. B&O sound system, 14 speaker. They give you the black speaker grill for the smoked truffle interior. Also, you guys see right here, this truck does have the suede on the A and B pillars. I want to say for the Limited, they did not give you the suede on the B pillars, but I think they did on the A. Also, they give you leather wrapping right there. But yeah, this is a really nice interior. Power pedals, black carpet, massage seat function, satin finishing around the seats here, and then you get that platinum badge. Max recline seats. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. You can see the illuminated kick plate a little bit better on this side. You cannot adjust the front part of the seat on the passenger side. Premium materials up top. I love this wood trim piece too. Here's that glove box. If you want to be able to carry a camper, you have to get the camper package when it's available. Sometimes they don't make it available on higher trim levels. They may have changed that though. Leather wrapping on the side. The more and more I see this interior, the more I'm starting to really like it. I definitely like it better than the Limited interior from 2024 for sure. And yeah, this is definitely a really nice truck. By the way, the truck's not even PDI yet. I just ran and got the keys like I said, so nothing's been done except for I took it out of the ship mode. I can't remember the interior color, but I did a video on a used Ford F450. I want to say it was a platinum, and it had like a reddish burnt orange interior, and I love the way that that leather smelled. It smelled like a Lexus, and I wish that this interior had like that premium leather smell. It doesn't really give that to you for the most part. Dual stage exhaust and downhill assist is right there. Dual climate control, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel buttons right there. You guys see that wireless charger with USBs. I've been pointing this out in every video and I'll just keep doing it for now. They did take away the soft close function that this had. So now you have to push it open as you've always had to do, and then you have to pull it closed. You guys see that wood trimming right there? I need to do a video on some of the features I would love to see go away. In the comment section, who uses this system? I was going to use it on a tow test to show you guys how to do it, but I didn't even feel like setting it up. I don't feel like doing all this. It wasn't hard, it's just I didn't feel like taking the time to set it up. But here's your trailer brake. You have all your drive modes right here. So you have eco, tow haul, normal, slippery, and off-road. Great design for your center console here. More satin treatment right there. This is missing the lockbox. There's a few options that would have really drove the price up on this truck for sure. But auxiliary switches, place for your sunshades, home link. Here's your seat controls. I've done so many videos on these trucks. I'm just pointing this out because of the people who are now in the market. I know people sometimes ask me why do I keep doing the same videos on trucks, but I'm like, personally, I like to do it because I learn so much and I start to see some of the changes on them when I do so many videos on them. But I just enjoy doing videos on trucks, guys. I mean, so if you don't want to keep watching videos, you don't have to. I'm not asking anyone to watch the videos, but I enjoy doing this. This is what I do for a living. So I have an opportunity to show every truck, every color. So you feel free to watch along or don't. But I enjoy doing this, so you don't have to keep asking why I keep doing these videos when the trucks haven't changed, because personally, I just like doing videos on trucks, so yeah. Sue me. Don't sue me, please. Please don't sue me. I don't want to be sued. You guys see right there? Tire pressure monitoring system. This was not available on these trucks. Remember that. Now you have tire pressure monitoring. So I also get to point out things like that where in the past you didn't see those things. And you guys see, if you go to the gauges, you can set up your My View to have every single gauge in there. You guys also know that I have a promo code for Banks iDash Pro, which is Bluetooth capable now. So if you want more temperatures, things like that, that is available to you guys. So let's go ahead and check out the Payload. You guys kind of saw it with the onboard scales. The Pro Power is still grayed out because this truck has not been run through the shop yet. So there's probably some things that need to be plugged in. So let's go ahead and check out the numbers and I'll pretty much end the video. Front gross axle weight rating is going to be 6,000 pounds. The rear is going to be 9,900. 14,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. And you guys see the wheels, 19.5 by 6 wide. 4L is a 430 rear with a limited slip. Is that what this has? 4,648 pounds of payload capacity. And remember, your fifth wheel hitch back there is deducted. 90 psi for the front tires, 80 for the rear. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed seeing Argon blue. I think this color is killer, for sure. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Now in the sun, it looks like a race blue, but if you see it in the shade, it's a little darker, for sure. Here's the towing capacity for conventional. So it's going to be the 43,500 pound gross combined weight rating, so 30,000 pounds. And for fifth wheel and gooseneck, it's going to be the same thing. You guys see right here, 31.9 for fifth wheel, 32.9 for gooseneck.